Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this review is for the movie called Hereditary. When Ellen, the matriarch of the Graham family, passes away, her daughter's family begins to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. The more they discover, the more they find themselves trying to outrun the sinister fate they seem to have inherited. Making his feature debut, writer-director Ari Aster unleashes a nightmare vision of a domestic breakdown that exhibits the craft and precision of a nascent auteur, transforming a familial tragedy into something ominous and deeply disquieting, and pushing the horror movie into chilling new terrain with its shattering portrait of heritage gone to hell. This is a 2018 film. It runs 127 minutes and it is rated R. And it stars Toni Collette, Alex Wolff, and Millie Shapiro. Yeah. With Ann Dowd, Gabriel Byrne, whoever those people are. There you go. Hereditary. Okay, well, my opinion of this movie is that it is scary, but it's kind of a messed up kind of scary. Like things are gross and things are like crazy, but like I wasn't actually like nothing jumped off the screen and made me jump, if that makes sense. But everything was effective. They had this clicking noise that the daughter did, the main daughter, the young daughter. I don't even know if I can do it. Something like that. When you do a click. Yeah, that got scary after a while. When that came out of nowhere, like somebody's just lying in bed and you hear that noise, it's like, "Urgh." Okay, that got me. But other than that, there's a couple things. I mean, it was kind of scary, but they just had a couple effective little jump scare thingies that aren't really scary. They have this thing of, well, I'm just going to tell you that somebody dies, and uh, the first death is that happens in this movie. It's effective. It's okay. Like it makes sense. Like you're wondering, you don't like think along the way that it has anything to do with anything because it's just a death. I mean, people die, no big deal. But like it comes to fruition that it was really important. And so that was kind of cool at the end that the first death actually mattered because the whole movie you're just like, oh, that's right. Somebody did die at the beginning. The second one that happens in this movie is a complete surprise. It brings the movie a different direction. When I used to watch the previews for this movie, I thought it was going to be having everything to do with the granddaughter. I thought it would have, all this hereditary stuff being passed down from grandmother to mother, but she's like seeming kind of normal, and then the granddaughter. And like everything in the commercials and ads for this movie, I didn't go see it in theater because I just figured Hereditary meant this granddaughter going turning into a freak, and that's what they painted the previews as. So now that I've finally seen it, um, it's just kind of crazy the way this movie goes, and I was kind of thrown for a loop. And when this thing happens, it's like it kind of lost me a little bit because I was anticipating something else happening and it brought it a completely different direction. And I think that second direction of what they did sucks. And I thought what I thought it was going to be would have been actually kind of cool. So that's all I can say about it for now for people who haven't seen this movie. It's kind of disappointing the way the movie kind of works out because it's very predictable and a little bit lame. There's this husband in here, the dad of the two kids. Uh, the whole time I was watching him, I was wanting him to impress me. I was wanting him to do something different. I was wanting him to act better the whole time on something, and nothing changed. I was so disappointed by him. He's such a bad actor. I don't know why he got casted into this role, but he's not a very sympathetic father. He's not a very valid thinker. Supposedly, he kind of knows what's going on the whole time, but he doesn't let on to the audience that he does know anything whatsoever. And then at the end, he's like all casual about the stuff hitting the fan that he's like, okay, well, this has got to stop. And I'm like, what? You've known that things are happening for like months and you're like not just like freaking out, like why didn't you take care of this stuff back in a couple weeks ago or something? Like why did all this whole movie happen? Why are you just, and like there's no mourning from the death. There's just no humanity to his character. I mean, he's just so stale and boring, and he just kind of got to me. Uh, the main lady in this, the mother, I know she's a decent actress. I know she's done some things, but I just thought she was a little bit pathetic. Like, again, kind of going on the guidelines that this movie went a different direction completely from what I thought it was going to be. Um, I think when she figured that out and she had to get ready to make this movie, I don't think she embraced it because the ending really doesn't make much sense for her character. And she's like going crazy and she's saying all this dramatic stuff, but it doesn't really fit her as a person. And it very much feels like she's just reciting the lines. And it kind of comes off as that, and it kind of comes off as pathetic. And then what happens at the end happens. But, you know, I just felt like her as a person could have been given a little bit more credit for maybe some more, I think, better writing. I really think that would have helped her because just the line she was given, it sounded like a little kid, saying their lines and over again trying to practice, and nothing comes off as natural. Uh, this kid named Peter in here, he is like what I was expecting. Like things that happen with him, he's staring at a girl's butt in class. He, gets high, and the things that happen to him, he handles it perfectly. He looks like a kind of guy that should be in a scary movie like this. And so he really was the one who sold this movie for me. I very much appreciate his demeanor and way of buying into this movie because he kind of gets the bad end of the stick here, and everything that happens to him just is awesome. I don't know how he sells it, but I was very much into this movie every time he was on the screen. So I appreciate him. So he's kind of the lone, like, bright spot of this thing. But like I said, it's kind of scary. Like I said, it's kind of good on the first part, but then it goes a different direction. The thing that is crazy about this, and I hope you uh, have either seen this movie or going to see it, maybe you can watch some other things on YouTube. Like I already tuned into a couple reviews of this, and just wanting to know about the ending because I wanted it explained to me before I try and talk about it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm not going to have like a half an hour video here. I just want to tell you that if you go watch some explanations of the ending of Hereditary, there are some good explanations out there. There's some good dialogue. when you're just watching it like I did just now, and you see the ending for what it was as a movie, it's confusing as all heck. And it doesn't need to be like that. It could have been something a lot more simple. These people made this movie the way they wanted to. And there's a lot of different meanings, a lot of stuff taken from something else. And the way it happens is fine once you get explained, off a 15-minute YouTube video. But other than that, it's just confusing. So, all in all, it's a good, scary movie that delivers enough, and it seems like a good movie along the way. So I'm going to give Hereditary a B minus, and I really actually did kind of enjoy it more than I wanted to, and I was just sitting there like, man, this really is a good movie. It's like I don't want it to be, but it kind of is. So it's just that kind of movie. It kind of gets to you. You just have to enjoy it. So give Hereditary a watch. Thank you for watching my video. My name's Danny. If you like this or my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would like to. And thank you so much. And enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.